We are honored to have as our reader today, Dr. Cheryl Franklin. Cheryl, would you stand that we might welcome? And oh yes, oh yes, we didn't forget. That is, of course, our amazing pleasure, and my particular pleasure, to welcome as our preacher for today and tomorrow and the tomorrows after that, the Reverend Dr. Robert Franklin, President Emeritus of Morehouse College. He served as the 10th president from 2007 through 2012. The Reverend Dr. Robert Michael Franklin, Jr. is a visiting scholar in residence at Stanford University's Martin Luther King, Jr. Research and Education Institute. He also served as theologian in residence at Chautauqua in the summer of 2005. He continues to provide commentary for the National Public Radio program All Things Considered, and weekly commentary for Atlanta's Interfaith Broadcast Television. He graduated Phi Beta Kappa from Morehouse with a degree in political science and religion, continued his education at Harvard Divinity School, earning a Master of Divinity degree in Christian social ethics and pastoral care, and then earned a doctorate in ethics and society and religion and the social sciences at the University of Chicago. He also undertook international study at the University of Durham, UK, as an English-speaking Union scholar. Reverend Franklin is the author of 3 books, and he is, of course, much more than just this Sunday's preacher. On January 1, 2014, he will officially become the director of the Department of Religion. I have known Robert for over 20 years. Thank you. Need I say more? Chautauqua is, as always, Robert, a welcoming place, and we hold you as precious and hold you in our prayers. As you well know, one of the challenges to me was always, how does one make the offering remarks interesting? No, I didn't have 140 different stories, nor do I have a different one today, but I use these couple of moments simply to say to you, thank you. Thank you. You have no idea, as a congregation, how you have blessed my life and how Chautauqua has changed me in the 14 years that I have been here. And you have been partly responsible for that. This has been a wonderfully responsive congregation. And I just want to say to you personally and clearly, I am so pleased to have Robert Franklin come to take this place. We could not have a better choice, and we couldn't have a more seamless presence at this pulpit than we will have in Robert Franklin. And so for all that you have meant to me and my family who are here today, to say thank you as well. God's richest blessing on you, and I will be back to visit you. You can be sure of that. Perhaps I will be an usher, and that might be my final delight, to take up the offering. And believe me, the rows that I go past will put no $1 bills.
Good morning. Thanks be to God for the ministry and history of the Chautauqua Institution. Thank you to Tom Becker, the Board of Trustees, the Religion Department, to residents and visitors, Chautauquans all. Thank you to Joan Brown Campbell. Cheryl and I are truly privileged to join this community in a new way. We've enjoyed Chautauqua since about 1999, the time of my first visit. And Joan facilitated the first invitation to speak here. And Joan, my presence here today is largely the result of your work and your friendship. Joan Brown Campbell, you are a national treasure. You are a Chautauqua treasure. And while we will miss you in this specific role as pastor, I want you to know that I am thrilled that Joan has agreed and will continue to have a presence in this community, working on many special projects, advising me, continuing to support the ministry of the Department of Religion. And so I like to share with people that the coolest thing, that Joan and I are both 21st century clergy. We text each other, we keep in touch. I want you to know that I am approachable. I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you as time passes. I go by Robert and by Bob, it doesn't really matter. And I hope that you will stop me as you see us moving about in the community to say hello and to introduce yourselves. And I'll certainly do that as we move forward. But as for Joan, remember that wonderful African-American proverb that says, every shut eye ain't sleep, and every goodbye ain't gone.